Hi, my name is Adilene Villanazul. Thank you for clicking into this video to come meet me. If you know me from a previous video, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some advice on how to overcome difficult or toxic relationships, people, situations, anything that you might be having a hard time with right now. I find myself giving this exact same, well, not the exact same advice together because I actually sat down and put it all together for you to have it in one video, but I find myself telling people the exact same things whenever they come up to me and ask me for advice. So I'll just be sharing everything with you today, so I hope you're able to learn something from this video without any more introduction because I'm very bad at it. Let's just get into the video. Okay, the first thing that I want to share with you, what I would just want to recommend to anyone actually, is to write about their feelings, especially whenever you're going through a hard time or whenever you're going to be confronting someone. Always take the time first to sit down and write about it, to collect all of your thoughts, because I feel like, for example, if you're in an argument with a different person and you just kind of go at them, you always see these things on social media where people say, after the argument is done, you can think of millions of things that you could have said to make your argument better. Well, this is pretty much preparing yourself for the argument. Not that you're going to argue, but it's basically just sitting down, relaxing, taking a deep breath in, and writing what you think, everything that you think. Why are you upset? If you're upset, what is triggering these emotions in you? And I feel like collecting all of these thoughts really helps yourself understand why you're so upset, and maybe you'll even come to the conclusion that, okay, maybe this isn't even worth the argument. Does that make sense? So definitely writing about whatever you're going through. I feel like I could say so much about this, but I don't want to talk about each point forever. But like I said, just collecting your thoughts, it really helps to make sure that you know what's going through your head so that you're able to express yourself, because you're not going to have, the other person's not going to understand where you're coming from if you don't really have your thoughts collected yourself. So take the time to write about whatever is going on in your life, and after you've written about it, or even just talk to yourself about it, you'll understand why you feel the way that you do, and you'll be able to explain it to someone else a lot better. The second thing that I'd like to share is to change your perspective on the issue, incident, person. So for example, if you are in the middle of the issue, it's a lot harder for you to identify the things that you can do or the things that you can change in order to put yourself in a better position. A long time ago, I used to tell someone, well, if you're having this issue, but if someone came up to you and told you that they're having the exact same issue that you're having, how would you advise them? I feel like it's a lot easier for us to think about someone else having the problem because we always, or I mean, maybe not all of us, but I think my nature is always a helping one. So if someone tells me, hey, this is going on, I want to tell them, you can do this, and I always feel like there's a solution to everything. Everything has a solution. Everything is always going to be okay. But I feel like I have that point of view with everyone else's problems because I don't know why. But if I'm going through something and I think about my problem as if it were someone else's, I'm a lot more likely to try to figure out how to make things better than just sit in my issue and roll in self-pity because I'm going through such a difficult time. Think about your issue as if it were someone else's issue. How would you advise what advice would you give that person on the issue that they're having? And then act upon the advice that you give the person, the fake person that's having your issue, not on your feelings. It's really difficult, or it's really easy to act upon your angry or sad emotions about something that's going on. But if you have told yourself, hey, pretend friend, you need to do this and you need to do this and you need to think about it like this, because if you think about it like this then you can see this. Well, now that's you telling yourself what you can do to make your situation better. That kind of puts us into the third point, which is having a problem solution mindset. This, I don't know if it's just some people are like this, some people are not. I have this thing where I believe that everyone has a mental ability that is completely different from everyone else's. I don't like to say that some people are smarter than others. We just have different mental abilities than others. Some people are able to think at a mental capacity that is a lot higher than others, which doesn't make one or the other person dumber or smarter. Our brains or our minds have different mental capacities. But anyway, what was the thing? Oh yeah, have a problem solution mindset. So for example, if you're going through a problem, always keep in mind, what can I do to fix it? What can I do to make this better? Always like have it in your head that you're going forward and forward and keep pushing forward. What can I do to get better? What can I do to make this better? What can I do to help that person? What can I do? Always, 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 because it will help you stay motivated even during difficult times. Because, for example, I don't even know like what kind of example to give. I feel like maybe I should have thought of one before, but if there's a problem, for example, you're having a hard time with one of your professors, like think about the things, instead of just like feeling so sorry for yourself because you got a crappy professor, like maybe go talk to a different professor who's willing to help you outside of class, or maybe you can talk to a different student. Like always find a way to put yourself in a better situation and not just sit there and be like, well, my life sucks and I can't do anything about it, because you can definitely do something about it. Now, wow, I'm looking at these. I also took notes on this, but I'm looking at these and these flow perfectly together, because the next point is, or not point, but I used, like, again, back when I was going through difficult times, I always used to tell myself this a million and one times over and over again. And it was that I cannot control what others do, what others say, and what others are feeling. I can only control how I react to whatever it is that is coming to me. I am the kind of person to fend for myself. If someone is trying to like aggravate me or do something negative towards me, I like don't care about that person anymore. Like literally, like I don't really care. How do I explain it? I am the kind of person, and you don't necessarily have to be this way, but I mean, if you've never thought about this, then here you go. But for example, even if it's a family member, if they're trying, or if in their head, for whatever reason, they like either it's jealousy or envious, or they're envious, like an envious type of person. But if I do something and I feel that I'm really proud of, and they don't completely feel happy for me for whatever it may be, I don't even care. Like, I don't care, because that's not like my problem. I can't change the fact that, oh, they're my family member and they don't care about me, I'm going to be upset. No, I don't care. I'm still doing great. I'm still feeling good. It doesn't matter. If it's someone that's even like really close to you, like, I don't want to say that we shouldn't care about our parents or our siblings, but seriously, like, the only person who truly cares about you is you. You feel your pain, you feel your feelings, even if it's a boyfriend or girlfriend. If you're in a place where someone is attacking you and they're like mentally breaking you down, leave them, forget about them, ignore them. It may be really hard, but focus on the things that you want to do. For example, if you're having a hard time with your partner, yeah, it's gonna suck and you're not gonna want to do anything. But what do you like? Take that time to figure yourself out, because maybe that's what you need. You're lost in the relationship. You feel like you don't have any purpose. So use that time that you're spending maybe away from that person or from that family member to figure yourself out. What do I like to do? I really like to do my makeup. I said that really weird, but I really like to do my makeup. So whenever I'm having like a bad day, I'll sit down and I'll do my makeup and I'll take cute pictures, because that's what I like to do. That's what makes me feel good. I sit down and write because that's what I like to do. That's what makes me feel good, because at the end of the day, I'm going to be the one that's feeling what I'm feeling. So if I can get myself to feel better, guess who's in a better position? Me. That was a lot of rambling. Like I said, I feel very passionate about all of these things, because I feel like I've been able to identify that I can control what I'm feeling, and I can't control, like for example, I can't control what anyone else does or what anyone else says or what anyone else thinks, but I can control what I think and how I feel towards other people. And I feel like that's good enough to get me where I want to be. Okay, moving on finally to the next point. That was a really long one. But you attract the energy that you put out. I've told my sisters this, like, I don't know, and it's not an analogy. Anyway, I've told my sisters this story a couple times, but I've always been the kind of person to truly believe that you do attract the energy that you put out into the world. So for example, okay, I feel like some people may think this is dumb, but whatever. I believe it happened like this. We were on our way back from a school trip. It was like 3 or 4 hours away, and we were like in this truck, and I was in the back of the car, and I just wanted to be home because I was really missing like my boyfriend and my family. Ouch, I just hurt my finger. But I just really wanted to be home, and I'm not the kind of person that gets car sick. So I don't think I got car sick. I was more homesick than anything, but I was starting to feel like really nauseous, and I was starting to get a headache, and I was just getting in a really bad mood. And I told myself, Adeline, get it together. If you like let yourself get into a bad mood, it's only gonna get worse. So I sat up and I started talking to the people who were in the car with me, and I was trying to breathe and smile because smiling makes me feel better on its own. And seriously, like a couple minutes later, there was a gas station, and we made a gas stop, and I was able to buy some nausea pills, and I felt like it was a sign from somewhere else that you truly do attract. I feel like I said, maybe kind of dumb, but I'm pretty sure that if I would have continued to feel the way that I was feeling and just let myself feel bad, we wouldn't have made that gas stop, and it would just have been a miserable ride back home. But because I told myself that I had to feel better, and I pushed myself to like outputting positive energy, then positive things came to me. I don't know. I've told that story a million times, and I don't know if people believe me. I mean, I feel like, let me see. Yeah, the next point will kind of goes into it. So let me just tell you. The next point is everything happens for a reason. So all in all, just remember that everything does happen for a reason. Even the bad things that may feel like are bad things in your life happen for a reason. What's another story that goes with this? One time, oh yeah, actually, I think it was for Jesus' birthday. We went to like a place that was around here, but on our way home we got pulled over. Sorry, there's like fuzzies flying around, and I feel like I have to get them. But we got pulled over, and we were all kind of like bummed that we got pulled over because really. But in my head, whenever anything like that happens, I always think like maybe we got pulled over because if we would have kept going, like we would have gotten into a car accident, and I would much rather 10 times get pulled over than get in a car accident with all of our siblings in the car. You know, I feel like I've learned to have that mindset, and if I can share that mindset with you and you can all of a sudden have that mindset too, like I feel really content because it helps you look at life in a much more positive way. I think, oh my gosh, I have trouble with that phrase. I have to look it up. But it just helps you like anytime. What's another situation? Wow, babe, I'm so sorry. But another time that Jesus got pulled over, we were kind of nervous because we were just nervous, and I just kept telling myself like, it's okay, whatever happens. If we get a ticket, we're gonna get a ticket, we'll be able to cover it, whatever. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe something else worse would have happened if we wouldn't have gotten pulled over. And the cop let us off with a warning. I was so excited. And like I said, I like kept telling Jesus, like, I knew it, nothing was gonna happen, everything is gonna be okay. But just keep yourself in a positive environment and a positive mind frame, and everything, like I said, not because of that, but everything's always going to be okay at the end of the day. Maybe not at the end of the day, maybe at the end of the week, maybe at the end of the month, maybe at the end of the year, but everything will always be okay. Always keep yourself in a problem solution mindset. Remember that the energy that you put out into the world is what's returned to you. You cannot control what other people feel or say or think about you, but you can control how you react to it. I'm so excited. All of the best energy for you if you're watching this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you're able to learn something from this. Yes, I am terminating the video now. God, I'm talking so much, but thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed the video and that you're able to take something away from it. If you have any questions, or if you ever need to talk to anyone about anything that's going on in your life, feel free to message me. I maybe just kind of give you the same advice, but I like helping people. So I don't know how to end the video. Like I never know how to end the video, but thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in my next video next week.